I just got back from London with my 4-year-old, and so I'm sharing some of her favorite things that she did with my 5 favorite activities for preschoolers in London.
Showcase suggestions, where I share travel tips and lists of 5 to help make traveling with kids a little easier.
My name's Christina, and I am the owner of the award-winning and modern travel agency Showcase the World to Travel, and I love helping families travel across the globe with very little hassle. And I believe that, the more you can travel with kids, the more they're going to be able to, the more well-rounded and culturally curious they're going to be. So check out the video I did on ways that kids benefit from travel. So I'm very passionate about bringing my daughter with me wherever I go. We recently went to London and she loved these 5 things. So the first is the hop on, hop off bus tour. She loved seeing the sights and the places that she recognized from movies and books. Before we went, we read the Paddington series, and then she has a book called Katie in London, which we read over and over and over again. And she loved pointing out the places she recognized. Most importantly, the lion in Trafalgar Square, because in Katie in London, the lion comes to life. And so she was really excited about that. She also loved the Crown Jewels and the Tower of London. One of our favorite Paddington books is Paddington at the Tower. He feeds the ravens marmalade sandwiches, and so she was super excited to see the Crown Jewels and the ravens. We hired a private guide who helped with highlights based on your family's interests. So she was able to take what my mom wanted to learn about, the Tudors and the War of the Roses at the Tower of London, and balance it with keeping Annabelle engaged and having and being excited about these historical pieces, and of course the Crown Jewels and the ravens. The London Eye, it's a massive Ferris wheel, so what kid wouldn't love the London Eye? And you can point out where some of those things are that she recognized from her books. One of the things that might not be on your list but is definitely a must-do for any family in London is the London Transport Museum. It's so well put together. You can definitely get a lot out of it if you're interested in transport yourself and going around to all the different exhibits. I didn't really get to experience a lot of the history here because I was so focused on keeping Annabelle engaged, but honestly you could walk around and your kids can play in the playgrounds and everywhere. And so they have punch cards for each exhibit, so you get to them all, and she loved going around and finding where the punch card was to get her scavenger hunt filled out. And she loved climbing in and out of the old transport vehicles. They have a really awesome play area there as well, so you can again be enjoying the museum while your kids are playing in the play areas or climbing in and out of the old transport vehicles and going through the history of London transport. It's really, it's a great museum. It's an amazing museum. And lastly, the thing that she loved are the playgrounds and the parks. And I know you can go to playgrounds and parks at home, but these playgrounds and parks are just on a completely different level. We stayed at the London Marriott County Hall. I did do a video on what I love about it, so definitely check that one out. And right next to our hotel was the Jubilee Playground, which was so much fun for her, but what she really loved was the Diana Memorial Playground in Kensington. So if you are going to Kensington Palace, we didn't tour the palace, but we went to tea. So we went to tea, and then we followed it up with an hour at the playground. And so same thing at Hampton Court. She loved seeing the kitchens, the Tudor kitchens. But while we were, half the family was touring the William and Mary part of the palace, she and I went and played at the Magic Gardens, which are themed to medieval and jousting, and it's just a rolling hill. It was just such great playgrounds that are so thoughtfully designed, and there's history and storytelling to them. And so we would do something that was a little bit more cerebral and then let her run off steam in the parks and playgrounds. And she's still talking about the Diana Memorial Playground in Kensington. She loved it that much and keeps asking when we're going back. I wish it was that easy. So those are the things that my preschooler loved in London. Of course, Your preschooler is different, and one of the things we pride ourselves on is helping pair families with the right activities at Showcase the World Travel, so we would love to help you plan your trip. If London is not necessarily the place that you think you want to go next, you're not really sure the best place for your kids' ages, check out our guide, 18 summers destinations for kids of every age. So the first 4 are definitely aimed for toddlers, and then preschoolers and grade school all the way up. So we kind of help you navigate good places to go based on your child's age. Or if you want to go someplace that's not necessarily, we can help you find something for your kids to love no matter where you're going and when you're going. And that's what we do at Showcase the World Travel. So thank you so much for joining me. Hit the bell for more travel content, tips, tricks, places to go, Disney behind the scenes, all of that. And don't forget to take a break from the busy.
Planning your next family vacation? Visit us at showcasetheworld.com to request a quote or schedule a free vacation consultation. Want more great travel tips? You'll find those there too.